how do you adjudicate like what's too far? If you take the Tom Brady roast, for example, that to me was like just pitch perfect.
Oh,
like,
thank you.
You know, and you could see on his face that he didn't think it was too far, right?
Yeah. I hope so. I didn't really get a chance to talk to him after, but I hope. There is that, like, you don't want to make someone feel bad, but your job is to do that. So it's like this fine line where I just try to celebrate them and I try to research them enough where I'm like, I become a fan. And then when I'm a fan of someone, I don't want to hurt them. If I really like someone and I'm like, wow, this guy's really special. Let's come at it. How can I become a fan first? So, you know, going into Tom Brady, I just didn't know that much about him. And then once I read his book and like watched all the documentaries, I'm like, I love this guy. And then I felt like, okay, now I can go to town because I know it's coming from a place of love. Like deep down, I am in awe of this man. But yeah, there's some things like that I do regret of certain roasts where I've just, you know, I knew mentioning, like, for instance, like mentioning his ex-wife's name, like she's not there. She's not being paid to be there. Tom's being paid. So like, fine, go after him. Like, but I'm like, I had to make a decision. Like, do I say this person's name who's not here, who is definitely not going to like this joke? You know, the joke isn't making fun of her at all, but it does put her in a sexual scenario that I'm sure she's like, I don't need people picturing that. And it
was funny though.
It was funny. And I struggled with it because I'm like, how I would probably be annoyed at that. And I go, okay, I'm willing to risk that person never really liking me and giving her and like being okay with it and not being like, oh, grow up, take a joke. Like, no, you have a right to be annoyed. Like,
right.
And I risked ever being friends with you because of it. And that's probably a bummer because you seem like a really nice person. You know what I mean? Like there are times like that where I go, I make mistakes. Like there's things I've done with jokes that I'm just like, what were you thinking? And that's
But don't you have the latitude to do that when you're a comedian? Like, isn't that kind of the whole point?
Yes, but then when you get a certain level of fame, you become friends with these people, then they can become upset about stuff. And then you like when I was just like a nobody, it was like free range. Like, and I never even thought I would ever be at a Vanity Fair party, like mingling with people I could have maybe done bits about. So like, it's not like I'm a pussy now of like, because I want to be in with the Hollywood elite. It's like, I just don't want to talk shit about someone I might have to meet. Like, that's just a normal thing, I think that.
But don't you think people are forgiving, like, as well? Like, if you had a good, mean joke about me, I would.
No, listen, you are different. Like, you are someone who has a proven track record of having a sense of humor, not only having a sense of humor, but about yourself as well. So, like, you wouldn't scare me. Like, if I had a joke about you that was, like, making fun of the whole goop, clean living, vagina, egg, candle stuff, like, yeah, you've heard it all before. Like, I know the area to go in with you. And because I like you. Like, I know it comes from a place of, like, if there's anything I'm saying rude about Gwyneth, it's because it's coming from jealousy. And she would know that too. You know, if, for example, there was a bit I was doing about J-Lo for a while about like how her skin cream, I was like, don't trust J-Lo's skin cream. She doesn't want you to be as hot as she is. She's selling you foot cream. She's mean girlsing you, you know? And I was doing it for a while on stage and I was going to put it in a special, but I was like, actually, I think I kind of like J-Lo. And then I was watching her documentary and then I really liked her. And I was like, oh, I've had this chick all wrong. Like, she's like, any kind of opinion I had about her was like the media pushing it down my throat. Like, it was a story I was being told. I was being brainwashed. I think I can see through all of this. And I really like her. And I realized, like, what's this joke about? Oh, she's so pretty. Nikki, you're just jealous. Like, did she do anything to you except be pretty? And then when I was able to, like, pinpoint that, then I was willing to tell that joke knowing that if she ever did see it, it was couched around me being like, I'm just jealous of you, J-Lo. So she sent me her face cream and said, this is for your feet. So funny. And I didn't even remember saying it. I was just like, who sent me this? And then, we've since become like friends from it. But it's like, yeah, there's certain people that I like, I do think have a good sense of humor about themselves. In fact, like at the Golden Globes, like I thought, you know, Ariana and Cynthia would have no sense of humor about Wicked. It is Wicked. It's about marginalized people being this is a triumphant story of overcoming, discrimination. And we are not to joke about Wicked because it is musical theater. It is gay. It is like, it's everything that society is like kind of they're already struggling enough. Why poke fun at this thing? And also, their interview cycle was just so sincere.
Right.
And I didn't want any
Lots
moment.
Of tears and
yes, the whole thing.
Nails and holding hands.
Yes, it was holding
Very
space, the
sweet.
whole thing. And I was there for it, but man, did I want to mock it, right? Also, so many jokes written about that kind of mocking Wicked. And I was just like, I don't think this is it, guys. In my writer's room saying, we all kind of collectively agreed, if we're going to go after celebrities, maybe not Cynthia and Ariana, because the worst thing to do at an award show is to cut to a celebrity that you make fun of. And they're like, and then no matter how funny you are, you've bombed because that person just rolled their eyes at you. And even me as someone who's savvy would go, that guy bombed. No matter what, because the reaction is everything. It's so important, the cutaways, so important. So,
Gosh,
I explicitly told the director, and which they already are on it, we don't go to a table that's not laughing. We go to comedians. Let's start with comedians and make sure you see who's laughing, and we watch other award shows to see who's good laughers,
Oh, wow. This is amazing. This is back to your insane preparedness.
Yeah, just let's not... And let's not put a camera in someone's face who doesn't want it there. That's annoying too. I've had that happen.
Who's
at awards.
a good, celebrity laugher then? Who did you tell them to cut to?
Steve Martin and Martin Short, because they're comedians. They're already there for it. Yeah, they'll be into it. Eddie Redmayne was amazing. Adrian Brody had a sense of humor. There were people that I was like, oh, just stay off Adrian when we do this joke about him being a 2-time Holocaust survivor. Adrian Brody. But he was there for it. Glenn Powell was awesome. But I said, let's go really soft.
Glenn is a great guy.
So great.
He's
and funny and love. I said, let's steer clear of Ariana and Cynthia. But boy, was I wrong, because I get out there and we do a couple of softballs about, I do some jokes about Wicked. I loved it. My boyfriend loved it. My boyfriend's boyfriend loved it. Just gentle jokes. And they were I rarely can sense someone's energy in the audience because I kind of blur my eyes because I don't like to see people disappointed. So I just make everyone kind of this blurry sheen, But I could see Ariana and Cynthia were this the whole time, dying to be made fun of. And and then you look a little bit more into both of them. They have great senses of humor about themselves. And I'm that was a missed opportunity. I thought that they might be too cool.
Right.
Same way I thought about J-Lo. I'm not doing that joke in a special because she's going to come after me. No, she sends a joke back to me.
Right.
I think that sometimes I underestimate people who I put on a pedestal of being taking themselves too seriously.
Even though you wanted to fuck her boyfriend on Raya, or her husband.
Wait, which one was that?
Ben Affleck.
Oh, yeah.